Hello everybody, my name's Idiotic Synergy, and today we're talking about the Ash Waste Nomads War Party. Basically, if you get invited to these parties, then you run, because they will probably use you for minerals and materials and skin you alive and eat your remains, and yeah, they're just really weird. They're not as weird as the Delac gang by any stretch of the imagination. I meant the Delac gang are incredibly weird, but these guys live out in the Ash Waste, hence the name Ash Waste Nomads. They don't live in the big old hive cities of Necromunda, they just live in the Ash Wastes, which I still don't know if it's safer or not. Because on one hand, you're protected against, you're not protected against the weather, so that's one point in favour of the cities. But at the same time, with the cities, you're trapped in there with all manner of shit. So, the Ash Waste Nomads are a bit mental, but I do like them. Also, I've already made a video about them ages ago when they were first announced, and I absolutely love their models. I mean, they are prime cultist material. If you ever want to make some really good Chaos Cultists, use bits from this kit. Seriously, I love this guy here. The reason I like this guy here is because you don't need to do a lot to make it look like a Night Lord cultist, and that would be kind of cool to see, have like a Night Lord cultist champion. All you have to do is paint the robe skin color, and boom, there you go. You have a really good Night Lord cultist. And also the chain glaive and even the little claws are really cool. I love this model. What else is there? There's this guy who's got a rocket launcher or a harpoon launcher. Looks like harpoon launcher. And it looks like he's just going to fire it at someone. Also, I like how this thing here makes it look like he's got a very angry mouth. Like, look, there's his mouth, and he just looks like he's grinning. Though, to be fair, they all wear the masks, so you can't tell what's inside them. It could be humans, it could be abhumans, or it could be Xenos, we don't know. Could be gene stealers, could be anything under there, but they are terrifying. In fact, there's another kit bash for you. You could make these into some really weird, interesting gene stealer cult models if you wanted. Yeah, I can see that. I do like the design of them. They remind me of the enemies in Mad Max. They're really cool. And I say they remind me of Mad Max, but oh god, what game was it? Condemned, I think. Where one of the enemy types was just scavenging, and they had like a massive backpack on, and every time you hit them, like bits of their backpack would break and stuff. It was a really cool enemy to fight against, and also added to the atmosphere of the entire game. If you haven't played Condemned, I highly recommend you do. It's a fun video game, and also you get to brain people with like pipes and stuff. Really fun game. Second game, I still think is quite fun. Not as scary as the first, but still a fun game. Anyway, I'm getting distracted, and I don't think anyone cares about my opinion on Condemned, because, yeah, it is a fun game. Uh, there's something really fun about choosing the headbutt when one of the enemies just falls on the ground, and then you just go, nope, fuck you, headbutt, because it's all in third person, and it's just really funny. Or there's the punch where your main character mutters something and then just... It's so good. Such a good game. Oh man, I miss playing it. But anyway, I'm getting distracted quite badly. These models are really cool though. Really cool, really nice, really... They do fit with Necromunda perfectly, even though they don't live within the hive cities. They do fit with Necromunda. And when they first came out, I wasn't sure because I didn't really know about the Ash Wastes, and I didn't know how they would work in game or would they fit, and they fit quite well. And yeah, if you want to start a gang, I have no idea how this gang plays though. I was about to say, if you want to start a gang, choose this one, but I say that, then we go into the rules. Turns out they're awful. No, I really hope that isn't the case. I mean, are they better than Enforcers? Hopefully. Famous last words. Hopefully. Anyway, yeah, I should show you the rules, I guess. So, let's just get into it. So, these are the rules of the Ash Waste Nomads, and yeah, before I even begin, I just want to talk about the specialist champion, I can't pronounce this word, the Watari Stormcaller? Did I do it? Basically, this Stormcaller fella is really bloody good. Also, I have no idea what the Ash Cloak or Sky Mantle is, but we'll get into that in just one moment. Because I want to focus on this champion. Because you might be thinking, oh, what makes him so special? Well, I'm about to show you. So, movement 5 or an 8, because, you know, he can be on top of a weird mount, I guess, with Mighty Leap and movement 8, which ain't bad. Remember, he's only 120 points as well, so that's all good. Weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 4, strength 3, toughness 3, wounds 2, initiative 3, attacks 2, leadership 8, cool check 6, willpower 6, intelligence 7. Now, the leadership is a bit naff, but the rest of it's quite good. In fact, it's alright. It's better than alright. It is just quite good. But what makes this champion interesting is the fact that you can call the storm. And there's no limit in whatever game mode, so you can just call the storm. Basically, you spend a double action to change the weather and modify the not invisibility, you modify the visibility. And yes, it's for the rest of the battle, and then it can be modified further by future use of this ability. So yeah, you can just call the storm, and then you can modify the invisibility for by 6 inches. So yeah, you can really be a dickhead about things and just go, lol, visibility now all the way down to, oh my, it says minimum 6. Meaning that if you're playing in Ash Waste and there's already weather conditions, you can just minimize visibility more. That is insane. It also means that if you've got this guy on on like a rescue mission where you're defending someone else's hostage, and you know your opponent's trying to sneak in, you can just apply the visibility more, and then you can just see them from afar. That's really good. The Call the Storm ability is really good. And of course he can have his mount if he's in the Ash Waste, but if not, then his movement is 5 inches. I like this, I like the champion. The champion is really bloody good. And yeah, the idea of like you can increase the visibility as well is batshit insane. Also, if it's inactive, then you just apply visibility, which is 24 inches. Cool. It's so weird. Right. Sorry. It is such a weird ability, but I like it. So, let's go through the rest of them. So, the leader. Movement 6. That ain't bad for a leader, you know. That is quite fast and nimble. Also, if you can hear the storm that's happening outside, my apologies, I can't really do anything about that. Maybe it's this guy, the Stormcaller. Maybe it's him. I'm not paranoid, it's everyone else that's paranoid. So, movement 6, weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 4, that ain't bad. Obviously it can be better, but it ain't bad. Strength 3, toughness 3, wounds 2, initiative 3, attacks 2, leadership 5, cool check 5, willpower 6, intelligence 6. And he has got war gear of the Ash Cloak and Sky Mantle. What do they do? I have no bloody clue, but I'm gonna find out. Then you have the champion, whose movement is 5. Oh, how slow. It really isn't that bad, you know? It's like the leader just sprints. This guy just runs. Oh, mate, I can't believe I'm about to say that slow. It's not, it's just normal for nearly every other ganger in the entire game. Weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 3, strength 3, toughness 3, wounds 2, initiative 3, attacks 2, leadership 6, cool check 6, willpower 7, and intelligence 7. with the Ash Cloak and Sky Mantle. Also, no restrictions on either war gear or weapons, so you can go mental. Then you have the Ganger, who is movement 6. Fuck off, he's just a regular Ganger. Why is his movement so good? Okay, right. So, movement 6, gotcha. Weapon skill, ballistic skill 4, strength toughness 3, wounds 1, initiative 3, attacks 1, leadership 7, cool check 6, willpower 7, and intelligence 8. And your restrictions, oh wow, you are really restricted here, aren't you? Pistol, basic, special, and close combat. Oh, the lack of choice. That's really quite good. Oh man, gangers don't get restricted. Also, leadership 7 cool and willpower 7 is average. Cool check 6 ain't bad. The only bad thing I have to say about this model is the intelligence 8. Other than that, that's it. Because the rest is pretty average. I mean, the movement speed alone is really good. I've already covered the Stormcaller, who is really cool, and I've already covered the other champion. Now we get into the Juves. Movement 6. Oh. Oh, that's kind of sad. I thought the movement of the Juve would be movement 7. That's kind of sad. That's really sad, you know? You might as well just have a bunch of gangers. Weapon skill... weapon... I nearly said 3. It's not 3. That's a 5. I can't. I've been reading the Dune Scuttler. I'm an idiot. Anyway, weapon skill 5, ballistic skill 5, strength toughness 3, wounds 1, initiative 3, attacks 1, leadership 9, cool check 7, willpower 8, intelligence 9. Yeah. Okay. That Juve is a bit pants, if I'm being honest. I mean, it's alright, I just thought it would be slightly faster. And yeah, you might as well just stick with regular gangers, or you might get the specialist, which is a Dust Rider, whose movement is either 5 or 8, and yeah, you can put him on the back of a helmet, Helmite, and weapon skill 4, ballistic skill 4. Right, he's a Juve, is he? Why is his ballistic and weapon skill kind of good, or better than the regular Juve? Oh, but he is 80 credits though, so fair dues. Strength 3, toughness 3, wounds 1, initiative 3, attacks 2, leadership 9, cool check 7, willpower 8, intelligence 9. Okay. Yeah, again, the Juve can take special weapons and shit. That's really cool. There's Brute. I think I've already talked about the Brute before. I swear I've already talked about him, but if not, then I'm just going to talk about him now. Basically, you can have 2 of those. Movement 6, weapon skill 3, ballistic skill 5, strength 5, toughness 5, wounds 3, initiative 3, attacks not 2. Why did I say 2? There is nothing here say... Oh god, I'm an idiot. I give up. Attacks 4, leadership 7, cool check 8, willpower 8, intelligence 8. Heavy carapace, fearsome, nerves of steel, clamber, hard to kill. Roll twice and choose one result to apply when suffering a lasting injury roll. That's quite good. That's quite good. That's quite good, that one. Because if you roll a 1 and a 6, you choose the 1. That's really quite good. I like that. Anyway, yeah, that Brute is quite. Oh mate, I swear I've already talked about it, but if not, then yeah, I like it. I do like that Brute. Anyway, what other things have they got, or is that it? I think that's it. So yeah, this is the right. So skills. In fact, we can have a cheeky look at their weapons. They have a blast pistol, a reclaimed stub gun. Oof, my soul. A web pistol. Oh, who's using a web pistol? You dirty bastard. Don't ever use the web pistol. It's horrible. I'm going to capture someone. No, just shoot them. Shoot them with bullets or plasma or burn them. Don't waste your time going, you know what I like in this game? What's that? I like using my web gun because I find it funny how my opponent then has to go through 10 other books to determine what the web pistol does. Am I captured? Oh, but do they have a skin knife or whatever? Oh god, I fucking hate the web gun. I don't like it. I don't like it. Just use a regular gun. Auto gun reclaimed, blast carbine, blast rifle. So then I started blasting. Long rifle, venom caster, web gun. Oh, who the fuck's using the web gun? Don't. Charge caster. Okay, heavy blaster, and then you've got your close combat stuff. You have a staff, you have a stalking knife, mono hook, which is... I like the mono hook, long blade and chain lance. You can take flak or mesh armor, and I don't know, I think I would just take flak. Though saying that, mesh is ridiculously cheap. I was nearly said expensive. That's quite good. You can take field armor, equipment, you name it, you can take it. And yeah, they don't get silencers, which, not surprising. But I want to know what on earth the Ash Cloak and Sky Mantle do, because I have no idea. So let's just get in. So, the Ash Cloak is a respirator, +2 toughness against gas weapons, and if you lose a wound from battlefield conditions, you get a 5-up feel no pain to it. And you ignore the effects as well. That's really good. That is really bloody good, that is. It's a respirator and a janky 5-up feel no pain. That's really good. And you ignore the effects as well. Okay then, what on earth does the Sky Mantle do? Hang on. Sky Mantle, there we go. Hey, there's the Skin Blade. No one likes the Skin Blade. Don't take it because it's not worth the points. Sky Mantle. At least 12. So, you spend a double action. If at least 12 inches away from any enemies, you become hidden and become revealed if moving in addition to normal triggers. So you just hide. Wow. Awesome. That could be useful, I guess. That could honestly be quite useful. You know, if you just don't want to be targeted, that's quite useful. But other than that, there's nothing else I can say. Other than let's look at the skills. I like the Ash Cloak, though. The Ash Cloak is very nice, because it's a respirator and janky 5-up feel no pain, which I quite like. Anyway, they do have their own skills, and I think it's fair if we looked at those skills. So let's get into it, and then let's end this video. Hopefully. I say hopefully. Next thing I know, oh, you missed out this bit, which is, 10 hours long. Oh, no. Anyway, skills. So, these are the skills, and you have 6 of them, obviously. It's the same with every skill tree in this game, but Born to the Ash. Born to the Ash? No, Born to the Wastes. I can't read, and I used to be a horror narrator. So you ignore battlefield service effects, Sector Mechanicus and so Mortalis. You can perform Hide the Wastes double action if at least... Okay, so even if you haven't got the bloody weird Sky Mantle thing, then you can perform the Hide in the Wastes ability. Cool, but doesn't that... I think that skill is only useful in Ash Wastes, not Zone Mortis or Sector Mechanicus. I think that's very much an Ash Waste skill. I know that the Ash Waste Nomads are obviously more focused on Ash Wastes, but still that's quite a good skill. I think it's good for Ash Wastes, though I wouldn't take it if you're doing Zone Mortalis or Sector Mechanicus. Stormwalker, +2 movement if starting an activation on a battlefield surface. Okay, so 6 inches becomes 8, 8 inches becomes 10. Yeah, that's that's quite good. That you are moving at that speed. Eyes of the Ash Wastes, gain visibility +6 inches. Can see 9 inches in pitch black. I like that one. That one's quite nice. I really like that one because you get to see more. And also, I assume that adds like range to your weapons as well. But I do like how even in pitch black you can see. Beast Handler, if mounted, again, that's another... I got a feeling this gang was made for Ash Wastes and not much else. A bit like how with the Enforcer gang, most of their tactics and everything revolves around doors, because they came out in the Zone Mortalis box. So most of their tactic cards is whoops all doors, and yeah. If mounted, melee attacks, fight and reaction include an additional attack with strength 3 and AP -1. Nice. Ever vigilant when making reaction attacks. +1 attack, nor the penalty for turning to face the opponent. I like Ever Vigilant myself. I think Ever Vigilant is a good skill to have because you get to make reaction attacks and you ignore the penalty to turn and face the opponent. That's quite useful. Bring It Down can spend a basic action, bring it down, and target an enemy in line of sight. For this round, apply the following to all friendly fighters, including this fighter, when targeting that enemy. Oh, this one's a good skill. You can basically just point to an enemy, and the rest of your gang can ignore target priority and re-roll to hit with shoot basic actions. Yeah, okay, this one wins. This is by far the best skill. If you see that your opponent's leader, just target them and then just watch as your gang probably kills them. Or hopefully kills them anyway. Yeah, I like that one. That one's quite fun. That is quite a fun skill. And yeah, Bring It Down's quite good. Ever Vigilant's also quite good. Beast Handler, you need to be mounted to have that. Stormwalker's quite an interesting one. Eyes of the Wasteland's quite useful. This one is hyper-specific for Ash Wastes, I feel. And yeah, honestly, not bad skills, not bad at all. But I do like Bring It Down. I think that one's the best one. Then followed closely with Ever Vigilant. And then Stormwalker if you want. Or just Eyes of the Wasteland. I think they're all decent in my opinion. They're not... I think this one though, Born to the Wastes. If you're playing Ash Wastes, then take this one. Trust me, that's really useful. Especially if you get the one where like every time you move, a blast marker appears over you. If you can ignore battlefield surface effects, then that will save your life. Seriously, that one will save your life. Yeah, I like that one. If you're playing Ash Waste, go for that one. If not, then go for Eyes of Wasteland or go for some other skill. There's lots of different skills you can go after. Anyway, I've been Idiotic Synergy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Remember, take care, stay safe, and look after each other. Bye for now.